There is a power working within you, a force unseen but ever present, shaping the very fabric of your reality. You may look around and see obstacles, struggle, and pain, but what if I told you that right now, in this very moment, your story is being rewritten? The hand of God moves beyond human understanding, beyond time, beyond limitation. What you call delay, He calls preparation. What you see as failure, He sees as a necessary chapter in a grander design. You are not forgotten, nor are you forsaken. Though your mind may race with questions, though your heart may be heavy with burdens, rest now. Release the need to understand how or when. Your only task is to trust, to believe, to know with absolute certainty that God is at work in your life. The world may say that change is difficult, that transformation takes effort, but divine power does not operate through struggle. It works through surrender. You do not need to push or force, only to align. Your reality is a reflection of your belief. If you hold on to the story of struggle, you will continue to see it unfold. But the moment you release it, the moment you declare that God is rewriting your destiny, everything begins to shift. Circumstances rearrange, doors open where there were none, and people appear in your life as if drawn by an invisible force. That is the work of God. Silent yet unstoppable, unseen yet undeniable. You are not a victim of fate. You are a vessel through which divine power flows. The old story no longer serves you. It is done. The past is not your prison unless you keep carrying it forward. Let it go now. Breathe, rest, and watch as the impossible bends in your favor. Your only responsibility is to hold the vision of a life redeemed, restored, and overflowing with blessings. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to fight against. Stand still and know that God is working. The pieces of your life are falling into place with precision beyond your comprehension. You do not need to chase, to beg, or to plead. You are already chosen. You are already written into the story of victory. It is already done. Rest now and watch how God moves in your life. God moves in ways beyond human comprehension, beyond the logic of the mind, beyond the limits of what your eyes can see. You may believe your story is set, that your circumstances define you, but in the realm of the divine, nothing is fixed. The moment you let go of resistance, the moment you surrender the struggle and trust, the unseen hand of God begins to weave something new. You are not abandoned, nor are you forgotten. You are not the forlorn abused. You are being shaped, refined, and prepared for something greater than you have imagined. Right now, you may feel surrounded by challenges, but those challenges are not permanent. They are stepping stones. What seems like a dead end is merely a transition into a greater unfolding. The problem is not the situation itself, but the perception of it. You have been conditioned to believe in limitations, to accept lack, to expect struggle. But those are not divine truths. They are illusions created by the world. In the mind of God, your story has already been written in victory. The struggle is only there to awaken you, to teach you to turn inward, to trust in the unseen power that governs all things. Rest now. Cease the endless striving, the anxious wondering, the need to control every detail. The moment you step back, God steps in. The moment you release fear, divine favor rushes in to fill the space. You are not waiting on God. God is waiting on you to align with the truth that everything is already working for your good. The delays, the disappointments, the closed doors, they were never punishments. They were divine redirections. Gentle whispers from the universe guiding you towards something better. What you once called rejection was actually protection. What you thought was loss was preparation for increase. The mind cannot grasp the magnitude of God's work because it is conditioned by time, by logic, by past experiences. But God does not operate within those limits. The path may look unclear to you, but to the divine, every detail has already been arranged. Every connection, every opportunity, every breakthrough is already in motion. You do not need to figure out how, you only need to believe. When you believe without resistance, when you trust without questioning, the unseen becomes seen. That which was delayed suddenly appears. That which seemed impossible suddenly materializes. Your faith is the bridge between where you are and where you desire to be. Faith is not hoping, it is knowing. It is standing firm in the unseen, fully convinced that what you seek is already yours. This is not wishful thinking, nor is it blind optimism. It is spiritual law. It is the way the universe was designed to function. What you hold in consciousness must reflect in your world. What you dwell upon with certainty must be drawn into form. Do not allow circumstances to dictate your belief. Do not allow the external world to shake your inner knowing. God is not limited by appearances, and neither are you. The situation you are in now is nothing compared to the power working behind the scenes. Everything you have prayed for, every desire placed in your heart, is already being fulfilled in ways you cannot yet see. The movement of God is often subtle at first, almost imperceptible, like a seed germinating beneath the soil. But in the divine order, nothing is wasted, nothing is stagnant. There is constant movement, constant unfolding, and when the time is right, the results will burst forth into reality in ways that will leave you in awe. Release the timeline. Let go of the need to know when, how, or through whom your blessing will arrive. These are not your concerns. Your only task is to hold the vision, to align your mind with what is already true in the divine realm. See yourself as already blessed. Walk as if the doors are already open. Speak as though your testimony is already written. The moment you assume this posture, reality bends to accommodate it. God is working in your life right now. Even in moments of silence, even when it seems like nothing is changing, there is movement. The foundation is being laid. The pieces are being positioned. You do not need to strive, to force, to make things happen. Your role is to trust, to align, to expect. The mind wants proof before belief, but the spirit knows that belief is the proof. When you believe, you open the floodgates for divine favor. When you rest in the certainty of God's promises, everything shifts in your favor. You are not bound by what has been. The past has no power unless you give it permission to shape your present. Release the old story. Release the weight of past failures, past disappointments, past wounds. They do not belong in your future. They were part of the journey, but not part of the destination. Every setback was a setup. Every hardship was a lesson. But now it is time to step into the new, to embrace the reality that God has already made a way where there seemed to be none. Your life is not unfolding by accident. Every detail, every event, every person who enters and exits your life is part of a grand design. Nothing is happening to you, it is happening for you. Even in your waiting season, there is purpose. Even in moments of uncertainty, there is divine order. Trust that God is working even when you do not see it, even when you do not understand it. The most powerful transformations happen in the unseen. Seeds grow in darkness before they break through the soil. Miracles manifest in silence before they are announced to the world. There is nothing missing in your life. Everything you need is already within you, waiting for recognition. The shift does not happen outside of you, it happens within. When you recognize yourself as already chosen, already blessed, already in possession of what you seek, the world must conform to that truth. This is the divine law. It does not fail, it does not falter. It is as sure as the rising sun, as certain as the beating of your heart. You were not created to struggle, to beg, to chase after what is already yours. You were created to embody, to receive, to walk in the fullness of divine provision. There is no lack in God, no shortage in the realm of the unseen. The only thing that can block the flow of abundance is doubt, fear, and attachment to the old. But the moment you let go, the moment you decide to rest in trust, the floodgates open. Your story is being rewritten in this very moment. What was meant to harm you is turning for your good. What seemed like a delay is setting you up for acceleration. What felt like a loss is making room for overflow. Do not fear, do not worry, do not try to force what is already yours. Just rest, just trust, just allow the divine to work as it always does, effortlessly, perfectly and in ways beyond what you could ever imagine. Rest in the knowledge that the forces of the divine are already aligning every detail of your life. There is nothing out of order, nothing missing, nothing lost. Even when your eyes see difficulty, even when your heart feels weary, the truth remains unchanged. God is working, and His work is perfect. Every perceived delay is a moment of preparation. Every closed door is leading you to the right one. You are not wandering without direction, nor are you forgotten in the process. You are being positioned for something greater than your mind can yet comprehend. It is easy to believe when the evidence is before you, when the blessings are visible, when the answers come swiftly, but faith does not require sight. Faith is knowing before the manifestation, believing without needing proof, trusting when nothing seems to be happening. It is in these moments of stillness that God is working the most. The foundation is being set beneath the surface, and when the time is right, what has been prepared in the unseen will become undeniable in the seen. You do not need to strive, to force, or to control the process. The greatest breakthroughs come not through struggle, but through surrender. The moment you release the weight of worry, the burden of doubt, the chains of fear, you create space for miracles. The divine does not work through tension, it flows through peace. When you rest in trust, you align yourself with the limitless abundance that was always meant for you. The mind seeks solutions, timelines, explanations. It asks when, how, through whom. But the divine operates beyond such limitations. The moment you let go of the need to figure it out, you step into the flow of divine ease. Everything begins to unfold in perfect harmony, not by your effort, but by the unseen hand guiding all things. There is no need to chase what is already destined for you. There is no need to force open doors that are being prepared to swing wide on their own. Your only role is to remain steadfast in your knowing, unwavering in your trust, unshaken by temporary circumstances. Everything you desire already exists in the realm of the unseen. The love, the opportunities, the breakthroughs, the healing is not being created, it is being revealed. It is not being withheld, it is waiting for you to align with it. The moment you declare that, it is already done. The moment you stand in the certainty that God has already made the way, the physical world must conform. This is the nature of divine law. It is not wishful thinking, it is spiritual truth. The world may tell you to work harder, to struggle more, to do more. But the divine whispers something different. It says rest, it says trust. It says, let go. The greatest miracles happen in stillness. The greatest transformations occur when you allow rather than resist. Every desire placed in your heart was placed there for a reason. Every vision you carry is a glimpse of what is already yours. Your job is not to question, not to fear, not to shrink back in doubt, but to rise in faith, to walk as if it is already done, to speak as though it has already come to pass. When you embody the energy of already having, the world responds accordingly. The unseen begins to move, the path begins to clear, the answers begin to appear. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. Everything you need is already being arranged. The right people, the right opportunities, the right circumstances are all coming together in perfect timing. There is no need to rush. There is no need to fear. The divine never moves too soon, nor does it move too late. It moves precisely, perfectly, and always in your favor. The struggles of the past do not define the future. What has been does not dictate what will be. The moment you shift your focus from what was to what is possible, you unlock a new reality. The past has served its purpose. It has prepared you, strengthened you, shaped you, but it is not your identity. You are not bound to old patterns, old failures, old disappointments. You are being made new in this very moment. Every old chain is breaking. Every past limitation is dissolving. You are stepping into a new version of yourself, one that no longer clings to fear, but stands firm in faith. Every challenge you have faced was not to break you, but to build you. Every difficulty was not to defeat you, but to elevate you. You have been refined through the process, and now you are ready to receive the blessings that have always been meant for you. No effort has been wasted. No tear has gone unnoticed. Everything has been accounted for, and everything is turning in your favor. What was once a test will soon be your testimony. What once felt like struggle will soon be a story of victory. There is nothing too great for God. No situation is beyond His power. No obstacle is beyond His ability to remove. What seems impossible in human eyes is effortless in divine hands. The very thing that has seemed out of reach is already being placed in your path. The very answer you have been seeking is already on its way. There is no need to fight for what has already been written as yours. Simply align, simply believe, simply stand in the unwavering knowing that it is already done. You have spent enough time doubting. You have spent enough time questioning. Now is the time to step fully into faith. Now is the time to embrace the truth that God is working, that your story is shifting, that what you seek is seeking you. There is no separation between you and the life you desire. The only separation exists in belief. The moment you decide that it is already yours, the world must rearrange to reflect that truth. The moment you accept that divine favor is already upon you, the blessings must manifest in form. Rest now. Release the need to know every step. Release the need to see immediate proof. The proof is in the unseen, and soon it will be undeniable in the seen. The work has already been completed in the spiritual realm. The manifestation is simply a matter of alignment. Walk as though you have already received. Speak as though the prayer has already been answered. Move through life as though every door is already open. This is the posture of faith. This is the energy that accelerates miracles. God is not distant. He is not waiting for you to earn His favor, for you have already been chosen. You have already been marked for blessings beyond measure. The divine does not withhold, it only awaits your recognition. The moment you recognize yourself as already worthy, already abundant, already victorious, the world must comply. Nothing outside of you has power over your destiny. No circumstance, no past mistake, no external condition can alter what God has ordained. You are already positioned for greatness. You are already walking in divine favor. Allow the old to fall away. Allow the new to emerge. Let go of fear, of hesitation, of the need for control. Surrender fully to the knowing that your story is being rewritten. The chapter of struggle is closing. The chapter of abundance is beginning. There is nothing more for you to do, nothing more for you to force. Just rest, just trust, just allow. God is working in your life, and what is coming will exceed every expectation, every prayer, and every dream you have ever carried. It is already done. Every moment you rest in faith, you allow the divine to unfold miracles in ways beyond your understanding. There is no force greater than trust, no energy more powerful than unwavering belief. The mind may try to reason, to calculate, to analyze, but the ways of God are not bound by logic. They operate in the unseen, moving pieces into place in perfect harmony. What seems delayed is already in motion. What feels distant is already reaching for you. Your only task is to remain still in your knowing, for everything is happening exactly as it should. You have already been set apart for something greater than your current reality. The struggles you have faced were never meant to define you, but to prepare you. The pain you have endured was never meant to break you, but to refine you. Every challenge was a necessary piece of the story, leading you to this moment, this realization, this truth. You were never abandoned. You were never forsaken. The hand of God has been upon you all along, guiding, shaping. Even in the darkest nights, the divine light never left you. Even in the moments of deep uncertainty, heaven was orchestrating your breakthrough. What appears as silence is not absence. What seems like stillness is not inactivity. The unseen is more real than what the eyes can perceive. Every prayer has been heard. Every tear has been collected. Every longing of your heart has been acknowledged. And now the shift is taking place. Not because you fought for it, not because you forced it, but because you finally surrendered. The moment you release control is the moment divine power takes over. The moment you step out of the way is the moment the path clears. You do not need to push against the current, you need only to flow with the tide of destiny. There is no mistake in your journey, no experience has been wasted. Every detour, every delay, every disappointment was divinely permitted to bring you to something higher, something greater, something you could not have imagined for yourself. What you thought was rejection was redirection. What you saw as failure was preparation. You have not lost anything that was truly meant for you. What is yours cannot be taken, cannot be destroyed, cannot be blocked. It is sealed by divine decree, and no earthly force can undo what has already been set in motion. The doors that once seemed shut will open effortlessly. The opportunities that once felt out of reach will present themselves without struggle. The love, the abundance, the peace that once felt unattainable will flood into your life with ease. Not because you begged, not because you chased, but because you believed. The power of faith is the key that unlocks every divine blessing. The moment you trust in the unseen, you align with a force that is beyond human limitation. You step into the flow of miracles, where things unfold with divine ease, where battles are won without lifting a hand, where blessings chase you down instead of you chasing after them. This is the moment where you shift from waiting to receiving. You are not in a season of lack, but in a season of transformation. You are not being overlooked, but being prepared. Every time you rest in the knowing that God is working, you accelerate the process. Every time you release the need to figure it out, you make space for the divine to work in ways beyond your imagination. There is no need to strive. There is no need to worry. The outcome has already been determined and it is good. What if you stopped doubting? What if you stopped looking for signs and simply decided that it is already done? What if you woke up each day with the certainty that what you seek is seeking you, that what you desire is already unfolding? What if you spoke as if it had already happened, acted as if you were already living in the reality you long for? The world would shift. The circumstances would realign. The evidence would appear, not because the external changed first, but because your inner state became the magnet for the life that was always yours. Everything is a reflection of what you hold within. If you carry fear, you see obstacles. If you carry doubt, you see delays. But if you carry faith, you see movement. If you carry trust, you see doors opening. The choice is yours in every moment. Will you align with the fear of lack, or will you align with the certainty of divine provision? Will you dwell in the past, or will you step fully into the power of the present moment, where all things are possible? Your story is shifting in this very moment. Even if your eyes cannot yet see it, even if your hands cannot yet touch it, the transformation is happening beneath the surface. The divine blueprint of your life is unfolding exactly as it should. No mistake has been made, no effort has been in vain. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and everything is unfolding for your highest good. There is nothing more to do but trust, nothing more to force but to allow. The moment you let go of the struggle, you step into divine ease. The moment you stop resisting, the blessings flow. The moment you believe without condition, the manifestation begins. Rest now. The battle is no longer yours. The work is already being done. The victory is already won. God is moving, and your story is changing in ways you never imagined. There is no force in the universe greater than the divine will working on your behalf. Even when you cannot see it, even when it feels as if nothing is changing, the unseen hand of God is moving. There is no moment of your life that is outside of divine awareness. Every thought, every prayer, every unspoken desire of your heart is known, and when the time is right, what has been prepared for you will appear. Not by force, not by struggle, but by the effortless unfolding of divine timing. You do not need to strive for what is already yours. You do not need to chase what has been assigned to you. Everything is already set in motion. The answers, the breakthroughs, the divine opportunities, they are not distant, they are not far away. They are simply waiting for the moment when your heart is fully open to receive. And that moment comes not through worry, not through doubt, but through deep, unshakable trust. The more you release, the more you receive. The more you surrender, the more doors open. The human mind seeks control, seeks logic, seeks to understand, but the ways of God are beyond human comprehension. What may seem like delay is divine preparation. What may seem like silence is the setting of the stage. What may feel like unanswered prayers is the unfolding of something far greater than you imagined. If only you could see the grand design being woven on your behalf, you would rest in absolute peace. You would not question, you would not fear, you would not wonder if it is coming. You would simply know that it is already done. Every great story has moments of tension, moments where it seems like nothing is happening, moments where everything appears to be working against the main character. But those moments are never the end. They are simply the space before the breakthrough, the stillness before the transformation, the preparation before the victory. And so it is with your life. What you perceive as obstacles are merely stepping stones. What you see as setbacks are simply reroutes leading you to something better. The plan for your life is perfect, unshakable, unbreakable. No force on earth, no mistake, no misstep can undo what has been divinely ordained for you. The more you trust, the faster things move. The more you let go of the need to figure it all out, the more space you create for the divine to work in miraculous ways. There is nothing missing in your life. There is nothing you lack. Everything you need has already been provided for. The resources, the connections, the solutions, the opportunities, they are all being aligned right now. The only thing standing between you and their arrival is your willingness to believe without condition. What if you stopped doubting? What if you stopped looking at circumstances and simply decided that it is already done? What if you refused to entertain thoughts of lack, thoughts of fear, thoughts of limitation? What if instead you held a deep and unwavering knowing that all things are working for your good? The moment you shift your belief, the moment you decide that what you seek is already yours, reality bends to match your inner conviction. The world is not happening to you, it is responding to you. The divine mirrors back to you whatever you hold within. Hold worry, and you see reasons to worry. Hold faith, and you see reasons to believe. Hold gratitude, and you receive even more to be grateful for. There is nothing left for you to do but trust. You have done enough. You have asked, you have prayed, you have sought guidance. Now it is time to rest in the knowing that the answer is already on its way. The moment you release, the moment you stop grasping, everything begins to move in your favor. You do not need to struggle. You do not need to figure it out. The divine has already gone before you, preparing the way, aligning the details, setting the stage for the perfect unfolding. It may not come in the way you expected. It may not appear in the way you planned. But when it arrives, you will know that it was divinely orchestrated. Every detail will be perfect. Every moment will be aligned. And you will look back and understand why things had to unfold exactly as they did. You will see that nothing was lost, nothing was wasted. Every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty, every challenge was leading you to this, to something beyond what you could have imagined. If you could see the way God sees, you would not fear, you would not worry, you would not question, you would rest in perfect peace, knowing that all things are unfolding for your highest good. You would wake each day with confidence, knowing that what is meant for you can never be taken from you. You would walk with certainty, knowing that even when things seem still, heaven is moving on your behalf. The moment you step into this trust, the moment you let go of the need to control, the moment you stop doubting, everything shifts. Doors open effortlessly. Answers appear, miracles unfold, not because you forced them, but because you aligned with them. Not because you struggled for them, but because you finally allowed them. The greatest breakthroughs come when you stop fighting and start trusting. The greatest blessings come when you stop chasing and start receiving. Rest now. Let go of the worry, the stress, the need to figure it out. It is already being taken care of. The divine is already at work. The story is already written. The victory is already won. What is meant for you is making its way to you in perfect timing, in perfect order, in perfect alignment. God is working, and nothing can stop what has already been set in motion. You do not need to chase what is already moving toward you. Every moment of your life has been accounted for. Every step, every breath, every pause. It is all unfolding exactly as it should. Even in the moments when you feel lost, when you wonder if your prayers have gone unheard, when it seems like nothing is changing, know this: God is working. The invisible forces of creation are aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities in ways you cannot yet see. There is no wasted time, no missed chances, no wrong turns in the divine plan. What is yours, and nothing can take it away. The mind seeks reassurance. It looks for signs, for proof, for evidence that things are moving in the right direction. But faith does not require proof. Faith is knowing before seeing, believing before receiving, trusting before understanding. It is the unwavering confidence that, even in the silence, God is speaking. Even in the stillness, God is moving. Even in the waiting, God is preparing something far greater than you can imagine. What looks like delay is not delay. It is divine timing in motion. You were never meant to carry the weight of your future on your own. You were never meant to figure it all out by yourself. The burden of uncertainty, of trying to control the outcome, of worrying about the how and when, release it. It is not yours to carry. The moment you let go, the moment you surrender fully, is the moment things begin to shift. Miracles happen when you stop trying to force them. Breakthroughs come when you step out of the way and allow them. The path is already clear. It is only your doubt that clouds your vision. The moment you trust, the moment you rest, the moment you step into absolute faith, everything changes. There is no such thing as an impossible situation. There is no such thing as being too far gone, too late, too broken, too lost. Every circumstance, no matter how impossible it seems, is subject to divine transformation. The sickness that seems incurable, the financial struggle that feels overwhelming, the relationship that appears beyond repair, none of it is beyond God's reach. What seems unchangeable can change in an instant. What seems blocked can open in the blink of an eye. What seems broken can be made whole in ways you never imagined. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not alone. Even in your darkest moments, when you feel abandoned, when you feel like nothing is working in your favor, God is nearer than ever. He is whispering to your heart, guiding your steps, setting things in place for your highest good. The challenges you face are not signs of punishment. They are not evidence that you have been forsaken. They are the refining fire, the necessary preparation, the process that leads to transformation. Every story of greatness, every testimony of victory, every miracle that has ever unfolded began in a place of uncertainty. It began in the waiting, in the questioning, in the moments when nothing made sense. The difference between those who see the fulfillment of their prayers and those who do not is simple. Those who trust without wavering, those who believe even when there is no evidence, those who hold on to faith even in the face of impossibility, these are the ones who see mountains move. These are the ones who experience the supernatural. God is rewriting your story. What was meant for harm will turn for good. What was stolen will be restored. What was lost will be returned in greater measure. The pain, the struggles, the tears, they were never in vain. They were never without purpose. Every trial was shaping you, preparing you, strengthening you for what is to come. If you could see what is ahead, if you could glimpse the blessings that are waiting for you, you would not fear. You would not doubt. You would rest in perfect peace, knowing that everything is aligning in your favor. Nothing is too big for God. Nothing is beyond His power. He does not need time. He does not need logical solutions. He does not work according to human limitations. In an instant, He can open doors you never knew existed. In a moment, He can change everything. But He is waiting on you to trust, to let go, to believe fully without hesitation. You have prayed, you have hoped, now release it. Rest. Let go of the need to constantly question, to constantly seek reassurance, to constantly wonder if it will happen. It is already done. The moment you asked, the answer was set into motion. The moment you believed, the manifestation began. The only thing that remains is for you to receive. And receiving requires rest. Receiving requires surrender. Receiving requires stepping into the absolute knowing that what you seek is already yours. This is not about waiting. This is about trusting. This is about stepping into the reality where you know, beyond any doubt, that God has already worked it out. The more you rest in this truth, the faster things unfold. The more you align your heart with divine assurance, the more effortlessly things fall into place. This is the way of miracles. This is the way of divine manifestation. Your story is not over. Your journey is not finished. The best chapters are still being written. The most beautiful moments are still ahead. The breakthrough you seek, the answer you long for, the change you have been praying for, it is closer than you think. Trust, rest, and know that God is working in your life in ways beyond what you can see or imagine. So now, release the worry, the fear, and the need to understand every step. Let go of the resistance, the doubt, and the constant questioning. God has already set everything in motion. Your only task is to trust, to rest, and to receive. What is meant for you is already yours. The transformation, the breakthrough, the answered prayer, it is unfolding even now. Do not let your mind convince you otherwise. Walk in faith, speak in faith, think in faith. The same God who has brought you this far will not fail you now. Stand firm, believe, and watch as your story is rewritten in ways far greater than you ever imagined. There are whispers in the silence, messages hidden in the rhythm of your life, and divine signals sent to awaken you. But the question remains, are you truly listening? God is speaking to you, always has been, always will be. Not in a voice that shakes the heavens, but in ways so profound, so intricately woven into your existence, that only a heart tuned to the unseen can perceive them. One sign is the persistent thought, the idea that will not leave you alone. It comes when you are still, when you are busy, when you are neither here nor there, yet it remains. It presses upon you, not in fear, but in a knowing. It is the gentle touch of divinity nudging you towards your destiny. What you dwell upon, what continuously returns to your awareness, is not by accident. It is the whisper of the infinite within you, guiding you toward what you were always meant to become. Then there is the closed door. You have tried, you have pushed, you have insisted, yet the path is blocked. The human mind calls it failure, but the soul recognizes it as redirection. God's voice is often heard in the silence of rejection, in the unanswered prayers that shield you from what was never meant for you. When one door closes, it is because another has already been prepared, waiting for you to align with it. To fight against what is being removed is to resist the greater blessing that is making its way toward you. You will notice the shift in your emotions, the sudden clarity in your soul. One moment you are lost in confusion, and then, without warning, peace washes over you. It is not from you, but through you, a divine assurance that settles in your heart, even when nothing around you has changed. The outer world may still be uncertain, but the inner world knows. That peace is not ordinary. It is the voice of God saying, "Be still, I am with you." People enter your life as messengers. Sometimes a stranger says exactly what you needed to hear, as if the words were crafted just for you. Other times a friend, unaware of your struggle, offers a truth so precise that it shatters your doubts. Do you think this is coincidence? No. God speaks through the voices of others, through the books that find you at the right moment, through the lessons you never expected to receive. Every encounter is divinely orchestrated, every word a clue leading you closer to your awakening. And then there is the final sign, the deep, undeniable knowing. It is beyond logic, beyond reason, beyond the physical senses. It does not argue, it does not plead, it simply is. A certainty that cannot be explained, only experienced. It tells you to step forward when fear tells you to retreat. It tells you to trust when reason demands proof. That knowing is the voice of the Creator within you, revealing the path before you. God is speaking through the thoughts that persist, through the doors that close, through the peace that floods your soul, through the messengers that appear, through the knowing that cannot be shaken. The question is not whether He is speaking. The question is, are you listening? There are whispers in the silence, messages hidden in the rhythm of your life, and divine signals sent to awaken you. But the question remains, are you truly listening? God is speaking to you, always has been, always will be, not in a voice that shakes the heavens, but in ways so profound, so intricately woven into your existence, that only a heart tuned to the unseen can perceive them. One sign is the persistent thought, the idea that will not leave you alone. It comes when you are still, when you are busy, when you are neither here nor there, yet it remains. It presses upon you, not in fear, but in a knowing. It is the gentle touch of divinity nudging you towards your destiny. What you dwell upon, what continuously returns to your awareness, is not by accident. It is the whisper of the infinite within you, guiding you toward what you were always meant to become. Then there is the closed door. You have tried, you have pushed, you have insisted, yet the path is blocked. The human mind calls it failure, but the soul recognizes it as redirection. God's voice is often heard in the silence of rejection, in the unanswered prayers that shield you from what was never meant for you. When one door closes, it is because another has already been prepared, waiting for you to align with it. To fight against what is being removed is to resist the greater blessing that is making its way toward you. You will notice the shift in your emotions, the sudden clarity in your soul. One moment you are lost in confusion, and then, without warning, peace washes over you. It is not from you, but through you. A divine assurance that settles in your heart, even when nothing around you has changed. The outer world may still be uncertain, but the inner world knows. That peace is not ordinary. It is the voice of God saying, "Be still, I am with you." People enter your life as messengers. Sometimes a stranger says exactly what you needed to hear, as if the words were crafted just for you. Other times a friend, unaware of your struggle, offers a truth so precise that it shatters your doubts. Do you think this is coincidence? No. God speaks through the voices of others, through the books that find you at the right moment, through the lessons you never expected to receive. Every encounter is divinely orchestrated, every word a clue leading you closer to your awakening. And then there is the final sign, the deep, undeniable knowing. It is beyond logic, beyond reason, beyond the physical senses. It does not argue, it does not plead, it simply is. A certainty that cannot be explained, only experienced. It tells you to step forward when fear tells you to retreat. It tells you to trust when reason demands proof. That knowing is the voice of the Creator within you, revealing the path before you. There are no accidents, only divine timing. What appears to be delay is, in truth, preparation. The soul knows what the mind cannot yet understand. You are being positioned, shaped, made ready for what is already written. Every moment of doubt, every question, every detour is part of a grand design that you are living out in real time. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are being guided even when you do not see the way. The language of God is subtle yet unmistakable. It is the feeling that rises in your chest when something is right. It is the discomfort that urges you to leave what no longer serves you. It is the invisible thread pulling you towards your higher self. The world may try to convince you that such things are coincidence, but deep within, you know better. You have always known. There is a force at work beyond the physical, and it speaks to you constantly. The dreams that keep returning, the images that flash in your mind before they become real, the sudden insight that shifts your entire understanding. These are not random, they are divine revelations, glimpses of what is to come. God does not communicate through fear, nor does he use confusion. His voice is love, certainty, and truth. The more you trust, the more you will hear. The more you listen, the more you will be guided. The moment you align with divine wisdom, you will see the world respond in ways that defy logic. Doors will open effortlessly, people will appear at the right time, and events will unfold in perfect harmony. This is not luck. It is the power of faith in action. It is the fulfillment of a promise written before time began. You are not waiting on God. He is waiting on you to awaken to the truth that has always been. The signs will keep coming, not because God needs to prove himself, but because he is patient with those who are learning to listen. You do not need to beg for guidance. It is already here. You do not need to chase after signs. They will find you. What is required is not force, but faith. Faith that you are exactly where you need to be. Faith that what is meant for you will never miss you. Faith that when God speaks, your soul already knows the answer. When the same message reaches you in different ways, pay attention. When you feel something shift inside you, trust it. When you ask for a sign and receive it in ways you never expected, embrace it. The mind seeks proof, but the heart recognizes truth. God does not call you to a life of fear, but a life of faith. He does not show you glimpses of your destiny only to leave you wandering. Every sign is a thread in the greater tapestry of your purpose. Silence is often the loudest answer. When prayers seem unanswered, when doors remain closed, when the path is unclear, it is not abandonment, it is instruction. You are being taught to trust, to move beyond what is seen, to rely not on circumstances, but on conviction. The noise of the world can be deafening, but the voice of God is always present for those who choose to listen. Your reality is shaped not just by what you see, but by what you believe. God's voice is woven into your thoughts, your emotions, your experiences. It is not separate from you, it is within you. You are not alone in your search for answers. The answers are already written in the depths of your being. The moment you recognize that, the moment you surrender to that truth, is the moment everything begins to change. God is speaking through the thoughts that persist, through the doors that close, through the peace that floods your soul, through the messengers that appear, through the knowing that cannot be shaken. The question is not whether he is speaking. The question is, are you listening? God's voice is not confined to scripture, nor does it belong solely to the past. It is alive, moving, and ever present, speaking in the depths of your consciousness. Every moment of stillness, every breath of intuition, every unshakable knowing, these are not your own thoughts alone. They are the whispers of the divine, the echoes of eternity, calling you to remember who you are. The problem is not that God is silent. The problem is that the world is too loud. There are messages written in your experiences, hidden in the unfolding of your days, waiting for you to recognize them. What you call coincidence, the divine calls precision. The encounters that seem random, the words spoken by strangers, the unplanned detours. Each is a carefully placed puzzle piece in the grand design of your becoming. If only you would pause long enough to see, if only you would step back and allow the larger picture to emerge, you would realize that nothing in your life has ever been without meaning. Even your greatest struggles carry divine instruction. That situation you wish had never happened, that pain you would rather forget. Within it, there is something God is teaching you. Growth is not comfortable, and transformation rarely feels like a blessing while you are in it. But every lesson, no matter how painful, is an answer to a question your soul once asked. You may not remember asking, but the universe never forgets. God's guidance is not given in ways the human mind would always prefer, but it is given in ways the soul requires. There is a divine rhythm to your existence, an unseen pattern unfolding with mathematical perfection. Have you ever noticed how certain themes keep appearing in your life? The same types of people, the same opportunities, the same challenges, over and over again? That is not repetition, it is revelation. Until you take hold of what God is trying to show you, the lesson will continue appearing in different forms. He speaks through cycles, through patterns, through the persistent repetition of truth. When you finally grasp it, when you step into awareness, the cycle shifts and new doors appear. Many seek God in grand miracles, in thunder and fire, in signs and wonders. But He is also in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the moments so small that they are easily overlooked. The way the morning light filters through your window, the feeling of warmth in a loved one's embrace, the sudden inspiration that arises when you least expect it. These too are divine communications. There is no separation between the sacred and the mundane. The presence of God is infused in all things, waiting for you to recognize Him in the details of your own existence. You were never meant to walk this path blindly. You were given the gift of divine intuition, the ability to sense what cannot yet be seen. Every time you ignore that inner voice, every time you silence the knowing in your heart, you later realized it was right all along. This is because it was never merely your own wisdom, it was the voice of God within you. He does not shout over your distractions, nor does He force you to listen. His voice is steady, unwavering, always present, but it is up to you to attune yourself to it. There is no randomness in the way signs appear. Have you ever thought of someone and then within moments they call or message you? Have you been searching for clarity only to stumble upon a book, a speech, a passage that speaks directly to your situation? Have you ever prayed for an answer and received it in a way you could never have anticipated? This is not accident. This is alignment. God is always speaking, but most miss it because they expect the message to come in the way they imagine rather than the way it is divinely given. The world teaches you to doubt what cannot be proven, to dismiss what cannot be seen. But faith is not about seeing first, it is about knowing first. When God speaks, He does not explain Himself in the language of human logic. He speaks in the language of faith, in the currency of belief, in the certainty that precedes evidence. This is why so many miss His voice, because they demand to see before they believe. But the truth is, you must believe first, and then you will see. The moment you stop looking with your physical eyes and begin perceiving with your inner vision, the messages will become unmistakable. You are never truly lost, even in seasons of silence, when you feel abandoned, when you are unsure of the path ahead. God has not left you. The silence itself is an answer. It is a call to trust, to listen more deeply, to prepare for what is already on its way. The space between the question and the answer is not emptiness, it is preparation. You are being readied, molded, refined. If the answer has not yet appeared, it is only because you are still being positioned to receive it. There is a divine order in everything, even in delay, even in detours. What you think of as wasted time is often the most essential part of the journey. The moments when nothing seems to be happening, when the heavens seem silent, are the moments when you are being strengthened in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Patience is not merely waiting, it is trust in action. It is the deep assurance that what is yours is already moving toward you, even when you cannot yet see it. God is speaking. He always has been. Through the closed doors that protect you, through the desires that will not leave your heart, through the peace that surpasses understanding, through the voices of strangers who unknowingly deliver messages meant for you, through the knowing that rises within you, even when circumstances contradict it. You do not need to ask for more signs, they are already present. You do not need to beg for guidance, it is already given. What you need is stillness, awareness, and faith. When you trust what you feel more than what you see, when you listen to the whispers more than the noise, When you follow the pull of the unseen rather than the demands of the visible, you will find that God has been speaking all along. The question has never been whether He is speaking. The question is, are you listening? The voice of God is never absent. It is ever present, woven into the fabric of your being, calling you back to the truth of who you are. It is not something external, not something separate from you. It is the still, small voice within, the deep knowing that rises unbidden, the unshakable certainty that speaks when logic fails. You were never designed to wander in confusion, to be lost in doubt. The Creator has placed within you an eternal compass, a divine whisper that, if followed, will lead you unfailingly to your purpose. The question is not whether God is speaking, but whether you have learned to recognize His voice amid the noise of the world. You may think that if God was speaking, it would be loud, undeniable, impossible to ignore. But His voice does not always come in the way you expect. It is not always a burning bush, a parting sea, or a thunderous proclamation. More often it is a gentle nudge, a quiet prompting, a door that suddenly opens, or just as importantly, one that closes. It is the moment you hesitate before making a wrong decision, the inexplicable feeling that keeps you from going down a certain path. It is the words of a friend that strike deeper than they should, the passage of a book that answers a question you never voiced aloud. It is the dream that lingers, the thought that will not leave you alone, the moment of peace in the midst of chaos. You have already heard Him many times, but you have dismissed His voice as mere coincidence, as wishful thinking, as the product of your own imagination. The mind seeks to rationalize, to explain away what the Spirit instinctively knows, but deep down, in the stillness of your heart, you have felt it. You have known when something was meant for you, when a path was divinely aligned, when a lesson was unfolding before you. The signs were there. They have always been there. God speaks through your circumstances, through the unfolding events of your life. He is in the delay that frustrates you, in the redirection that confuses you, in the endings that you do not understand. When a door closes, it is not rejection, it is protection. When a plan falls apart, it is not failure, it is alignment. But you may not see it yet, but if you were to look back, you would realize that every detour, every seeming setback, every unanswered prayer was in fact an answered prayer in disguise. The hand of God is always moving, even when you cannot perceive it. He speaks through divine timing, through the perfect orchestration of events that no human hand could arrange. Have you ever found yourself in the right place at the right time? Have you ever received what you needed just when you needed it? Have you ever met someone who changed the course of your life in a way you could not have predicted? This is not luck. This is not chance. This is divine order. Even the smallest details of your life are aligned with precision beyond your comprehension. When you learn to trust this, to surrender to the flow of divine timing, you will find yourself walking in effortless alignment, no longer fighting against the current, but moving with it. He speaks through your intuition, through the inner knowing that does not rely on external proof. That feeling that something is off, that quiet whisper that urges you to move in a certain direction, this is His voice. The world may tell you to ignore it, to rely only on what can be seen and measured, but faith does not operate by human reasoning. Faith moves in the unseen, trusts in what is felt before it is proven. When you listen to your intuition, you are listening to the divine. The more you trust it, the louder it becomes. The more you ignore it, the quieter it seems. Not because it is left, but because you have tuned it out. God speaks through your desires, through the longings He has placed in your heart. That dream that refuses to die, that vision that stirs something deep within you, this is not random. It was placed within you for a reason. What God calls you to, He equips you for. If the desire is there, so is the way. But He will not force it upon you. He will only invite you to step into it. The path to your purpose is one of faith, one of trust, one of listening to the voice within that tells you to keep going. even when nothing makes sense yet. He speaks through your emotions, through the peace that comes when you are on the right path, through the discomfort that signals when you are not. There is a reason why certain choices bring you joy and others leave you restless. There is a reason why certain people uplift you while others drain you. God has given you an internal guidance system, a way of knowing what is meant for you and what is not. When something is aligned, there is peace, even in uncertainty. When something is not, there is resistance, a heaviness that does not lift, a sense of struggle that does not ease. This is divine communication. Do not ignore it. He speaks through repetition, through the same message appearing in different ways until you finally hear it. When the same lesson keeps showing up in your life, when the same challenge presents itself over and over again, it is not by accident. It is God teaching you, shaping you, refining you. Until you receive the lesson, it will continue appearing in different forms. But once you recognize it, once you shift your perception and respond differently, the cycle breaks and new doors open. He speaks through stillness, through the quiet moments when you are finally able to hear. This is why the world is filled with distractions, why noise is constant. Because if you were to truly be still, if you were to silence the outer chaos, you would hear him clearly. In the stillness there is clarity. In the stillness there is wisdom. If you feel disconnected, if you feel unsure, it is not because God has stopped speaking. It is because you have allowed too much noise to drown him out. Return to silence and you will find him there. The messages are all around you. They always have been. There is no such thing as an unanswered prayer, only an unseen answer. There is no such thing as divine absence, only a failure to perceive his presence. What you seek is already seeking you. What you long to hear is already being spoken. The more you attune yourself to his voice, the more unmistakable it becomes. The signs are not missing. The alignment is not distant. It is here, now, waiting for you to recognize it. The question is not whether God is speaking. The question is, are you listening? The voice of God is persistent, unwavering, and ever present. It does not fade, nor does it retreat, but it waits. It waits for your recognition, for your willingness to trust in something beyond what the eyes can see. The greatest tragedy is not that God does not speak, but that so many refuse to listen. They demand signs, yet dismiss the very ones placed before them. They seek answers, but disregard the whispers in their hearts. They look for miracles, but fail to recognize the divine hand orchestrating their lives in perfect order. You have felt it. You have known moments when something beyond your understanding was guiding you, when circumstances aligned too perfectly to be mere coincidence. Yet, doubt creeps in. The mind, conditioned to question the unseen, convinces you that you imagined it. But what if you did not? What if every so-called coincidence was a carefully woven thread in the divine tapestry of your life? What if the urges, the intuitions, the repeated messages were never random at all, but intentional? God speaks through divine disruptions. When everything you planned unravels, when the path you were so sure of suddenly vanishes, when doors close without explanation, these are not accidents. These are divine interventions. The human mind perceives loss as failure, but the spirit understands that God removes what no longer serves you. He shifts you, redirects you, places you in positions you would not have chosen, but that are necessary for your growth. You cry over lost opportunities, not realizing that God is protecting you from the very thing you thought you wanted. You resist change, not knowing that where He is taking you is far greater than where you have been. You are never being punished, you are being positioned. What seems like rejection is redirection. What feels like abandonment is alignment. The delays, the detours, the disruptions, they are all part of the plan. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and realize that every unanswered prayer was actually an answered prayer in disguise. God's silence is never truly silence. It is a shift, a moment of preparation before the revelation. God speaks through the desires of your heart, that dream that refuses to leave you, that vision that keeps resurfacing, that deep longing that no amount of logic can suppress. This is not by accident. The desires placed within you are not random. They are divine instructions. What you seek is seeking you. The vision you carry is proof that it is possible. You were not given dreams to be tormented by their impossibility, but to awaken to their inevitability. The only requirement is faith. Faith is not just believing in what you cannot see. It is acting as if it is already yours. It is walking in certainty before the evidence appears. It is speaking as if it is already done. It is aligning your thoughts, your words, and your actions with the knowing that if God placed it in your heart, it is already written in your destiny. Doubt is the only thing that delays it. Fear is the only thing that obstructs it. The moment you surrender fully, the moment you stop questioning whether you are worthy of what you desire, the floodgates open. God speaks through discomfort, the unease you feel in certain situations, the restlessness that will not subside, the sense that you are meant for more. This is divine communication. Discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something is shifting. It is the soul's way of telling you that you have outgrown where you are. What once felt comfortable now feels restrictive. What once fulfilled you now leaves you empty. What once trusted you now leaves you empty. What once fulfilled you now leaves you empty. This is God's way of nudging you toward transformation. Growth is not supposed to be comfortable. If you never feel stretched, if you never feel called to more, you are not listening. You may try to resist it. You may try to remain where it feels safe, where it feels familiar. But the voice of God will not allow you to stay where you no longer belong. The discomfort will grow stronger. The signs will become more apparent. And if you still refuse to move, you will move you. You were not created to remain stagnant. You were not designed to live beneath your potential. The Spirit within you knows this, and it will continue to call you higher. God speaks through divine connections, the people who enter your life at the right moment, the unexpected conversations that shift your perspective, the mentors and guides who appear just when you need them. This is not chance. The universe rearranges itself in response to your spiritual alignment. When you are ready, the right people will come. When you are open, the right opportunities will reveal themselves, but you must recognize them when they appear. Too often, people pray for a sign but reject the very answer that is sent to them. They expect God to work in one way, and when He moves differently, they fail to see His hand at work. The lesson is this: do not be so attached to how you think it should happen that you miss how it is actually happening. Divine encounters do not always come in the form you expect. Be open, stay present. When the right connection is made, you will know. It will feel effortless, aligned, divinely timed. God speaks through the breaking. The moments of despair, the seasons of isolation, the times when everything seems to be crumbling, this is where transformation begins. It is in the breaking that the old self dies and the true self is revealed. Pain is not punishment. It is preparation. The suffering is not meaningless, it is refinement. The breaking is not the end, it is the beginning. You have been asking for strength, so He is teaching you resilience. You have been asking for wisdom, so He is allowing you to experience growth. You have been asking for faith, so He is placing you in situations where you have no choice but to trust. Every challenge is an answer to a prayer you once prayed. Do not resist the process. Lean into it. Trust that what feels like an ending is actually the making of something new. God speaks in the silence. In a world filled with noise, with distractions, with constant movement, it is in the stillness that His voice becomes clearest. This is why silence feels uncomfortable for many. Because in the quiet, the soul is exposed. The fears, the doubts, the truths we try to avoid rise to the surface. But this is where God meets you. Not in the chaos, not in the distractions, but in the quiet spaces of your heart. If you want to hear Him, be still. If you want answers, listen. Everything you need to know is already within you. The answers you seek, the direction you long for, it is all there. The voice of God is not something you have to search for, it is something you have to attune yourself to. The more you listen, the clearer it becomes. The more you trust, the more evident His presence is. There is no separation between you and the divine. You were created from it, you are sustained by it, and you will always be connected to it. The signs are there, the voice is speaking, the guidance is constant. You are not waiting for God, He is waiting for you. Waiting for you to trust, waiting for you to listen, waiting for you to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. The question has never been whether He is speaking. The question has always been, are you listening? God does not stop speaking simply because you refuse to listen. His voice does not fade into silence just because you allow the noise of the world to drown it out. The divine presence is constant, unwavering, ever near. Yet the human mind, conditioned by years of doubt and distraction, often ignores the whispers of the Spirit. You ask for signs, yet you walk past them every day. You seek answers, yet you dismiss the very thoughts and feelings that rise within you. The truth is not hidden from you. It has been speaking all along. The question is not whether God is talking to you, but whether you have silenced yourself enough to hear. Everything in your life is a message. The delays, the disappointments, the redirections, none of them are random. The people who enter and exit your life, the moments of synchronicity, the unexpected opportunities, they are all divine signals, pointing you in the direction you are meant to go. But instead of trusting the unfolding, you question it. You resist what does not fit your expectations. You cling to what is falling apart. You try to force open doors that were never meant for you. And when the path does not look the way you imagined, you assume God is silent, but He is not. He is speaking in every shift, every closed door, every redirection. You must trust that if something is being removed, it is only because something greater is on the way. How many times have you felt an unshakable knowing deep within, yet allowed fear to talk you out of it? That sudden urge to move, to act, to speak, to change, that was not your imagination. It was divine instruction. But instead of obeying, you hesitated, you questioned, you let doubt convince you that it was just a fleeting thought. Yet the moment you chose not to listen, you felt the weight of regret. The inner voice, the one that tells you to take that leap, to leave that situation, to step into something new. It is not there to mislead you. It is the voice of God, guiding you, directing you, preparing you. The more you ignore it, the quieter it seems. But the truth is, it never stops speaking. It is you who must become still enough to hear it. God speaks through patterns. Have you noticed how the same lessons keep appearing in your life? The same struggles, the same challenges, the same repeated cycles. This is not coincidence. It is divine instruction. Life will keep presenting the same lesson until you finally learn what God is trying to teach you. The pain you continue to experience is not there to break you. The situations that seem to keep happening are not a sign of punishment, but of unfinished growth. You ask why things are not changing, but God is asking why you have not yet listened. The moment you finally grasp the lesson, the moment you shift your mindset, the moment you choose to see differently, the cycle ends. Everything in creation is aligned with divine order. The sun does not question whether it should rise, the ocean does not resist the pull of the tide, the trees do not fear the change of seasons. Yet humans, gifted with the ability to create, to dream, to manifest, allow fear to paralyze them. You were never meant to struggle in uncertainty. The voice of God within you is not one of confusion, but of clarity. It does not whisper fear, but faith. It does not plant seeds of doubt, but of divine assurance. If you feel uncertain, it is not because the path is unclear. It is because you have clouded your own mind with hesitation. The moment you let go of the need to control, the moment you surrender the fear of the unknown, everything will align in ways you never imagined. God speaks through the unexpected, the chance meeting that changes your life, the words of a stranger that answer the question you never voiced, the book that falls into your hands at just the right moment. These are not random occurrences. They are divine appointments. The people who enter your life, even briefly, are there for a reason. Some to teach you, some to awaken you, some to remind you of who you truly are. But are you paying attention? Are you recognizing the messengers when they arrive, or are you dismissing them because they do not look the way you expected? Be open to how God moves. He does not always come in thunder and fire. Sometimes He comes in whispers, in nudges, in the smallest of moments that, when connected, reveal a masterpiece far greater than you could have ever imagined. God speaks through restlessness, that feeling that you are meant for more, that deep knowing that where you are is not where you are supposed to stay, that stirring in your spirit that refuses to let you settle. This is not dissatisfaction, it is divine urging. You were not created for mediocrity, you were not designed to simply exist. The vision placed within you is proof of its own fulfillment. God does not give dreams without also giving you the power to bring them to life. But too many ignore the calling. They stay in situations that no longer serve them. They allow fear to keep them trapped in the comfort of the familiar. Yet the restlessness remains. It does not go away. It is God's way of reminding you that there is more. But here is the truth many do not want to face. The opportunity will not always wait. If you refuse to move when you are called, the door will eventually close. Not as punishment, but as a lesson. A lesson that hesitation has consequences. A lesson that ignoring the signs does not make them disappear. A lesson that faith without action is meaningless. When you feel the calling, answer it. When the door opens, walk through it. When the inner voice tells you it is time, trust it. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment when all fear disappears. The only way forward is to step forward, even when you do not have all the answers. God speaks in stillness. The world is loud. The distractions are endless. The noise of doubt, of worry, of external voices telling you who you should be, drowns out the only voice that matters. This is why so many struggle to hear Him. They fill every moment with noise, with busyness, with thoughts of the past and anxieties about the future. But God is found in the present, in the quiet moments when you silence your mind and simply be. When was the last time you sat in stillness? When was the last time you allowed yourself to simply listen? Not to the world, not to your fears, but to the presence within you that has been waiting for you to notice. The answers you seek are already within. The guidance you long for has already been given. God is not distant. He is not silent. He is here now, always. But He will not force you to listen. He will not compete for your attention. It is you who must choose to hear. It is you who must recognize the signs. It is you who must trust that what you feel, what you know, what you see, aligning in your life is not coincidence. It is divine communication. The question has never been whether God is speaking. The question has always been, are you listening? If you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you have been asking if God is speaking to you, He has been all along. The signs are not hidden. They are woven into the fabric of your life, appearing in moments of restlessness, in unexpected encounters, in the deep knowing within you that refuses to be ignored. But it is not enough to recognize them. You must respond. You must trust that the voice within you is leading you exactly where you are meant to go. Do not let fear silence what God has already confirmed in your spirit. Do not dismiss the lessons that keep repeating. Do not ignore the still, small voice that nudges you towards something greater. The answers are not out there, they are within you. The path has been laid, the signs have been given, the call has been made. The only question left is, will you listen? There is a great mystery unfolding in your life. You may not see it yet, but beyond the surface of your everyday experiences, something divine is in motion. The plans of God are never random. They are carefully designed, awaiting the perfect moment to be revealed. Every challenge, every delay, every detour has been orchestrated to prepare you for what is to come. There is a surprise waiting for you, something beyond your wildest imagination, something so grand that when it arrives, you will know it was always meant to be. You have been walking in faith, holding on through uncertainty, trusting that the unseen is more real than the seen. Your prayers, your desires, your deepest longings are not whispers lost in the wind. They are seeds planted in the soil of the unseen realm, waiting for their time to sprout. God has heard you. He has seen your silent tears, felt your weary heart, and now He is setting the stage for something extraordinary. But to receive this divine surprise, you must prepare yourself in prayer, aligning your mind and spirit with His will. Close your eyes and enter into the stillness of the present moment. Breathe deeply, knowing that the kingdom of God is within you. It is not somewhere far away, it is here, now, alive in your consciousness. As you quiet your mind, let go of doubts and fears. Let go of timelines and conditions. Instead, allow yourself to dwell in the certainty that all things are already accomplished in the mind of God. Speak these words with unwavering belief. Father, I thank you for the blessings already prepared for me. I do not need to chase after them, for they are drawn to me by divine law. I align my heart with your perfect timing, knowing that what is mine will never be taken from me. I release all resistance, all impatience, and I rest in the assurance that your surprise for my life is unfolding in the most perfect way. I walk by faith, not by sight, knowing that you have gone before me in life, making a way where there was no way. Now, see yourself as the recipient of this divine gift. Feel the joy of its arrival, the peace of its fulfillment. It is already done. The universe is simply arranging the details to bring it into view. Do not look to the world for confirmation. Look within. When the time is right, it will appear so effortlessly that you will know it was always meant to be. Remain steadfast in prayer, not as one who is begging, but as one who knows. For faith is not hoping, it is knowing. The door is opening, the path is clearing, and the miracle you have been waiting for is already on its way. There is a divine unfolding in your life. Even now, as you listen, something is shifting in the unseen. The moments you have spent in silence, the hours of wondering, the days of seeking, they have not been in vain. There is a force working behind the veil, moving the pieces into place. What you desire, what you have longed for in the depths of your heart, is not just possible, it is already yours. You must walk with the assurance that God has gone before you, preparing a surprise that will exceed anything you have imagined. Everything in life follows a divine order. The seasons change without struggle, the stars remain in their appointed places, and the tide comes in at its destined time. So too does your life move according to a greater plan. What seems delayed is not denial. What appears as a setback is merely the repositioning for something greater. God is not withholding from you. He is aligning, refining, preparing you to receive what is already destined to be yours. Your part is not to force or struggle, but to believe, to step into the unseen reality of what God has promised. Faith is the bridge between the visible and the invisible. When you pray, do not pray as one who is uncertain, pray as one who knows. Speak to God not as a distant deity, but as a loving Father who has already granted your request. When you ask, believe that it is done, not that it will be done, not that it might happen someday, but that it is finished, complete, already established in the heavens. The moment you accept this truth, you shift from waiting to receiving. Close your eyes and see it now. See yourself walking in the reality of your answered prayer. If you are praying for healing, see yourself strong, vibrant, filled with life. If you are praying for restoration, see relationships mended, peace overflowing, joy returning. If you are praying for provision, see doors opening, opportunities appearing, your needs met beyond measure. Do not concern yourself with how it will happen. Leave that to God. Your role is to align with the truth that it already has. Each thought you think, each word you speak, is a seed planted in the soil of your mind. When you declare lack, you water the weeds of doubt. When you dwell in fear, you block the flow of what is meant for you. But when you speak life, when you affirm the promises of God, you cultivate the garden of faith. Say to yourself now, I am already blessed. I am already favored. I am already chosen for something greater. These are not empty words. They are spiritual laws in motion. The more you affirm them, the more you step into their reality. There is no limit to what God can do, but you must remove the limits in your mind. You have been conditioned to believe in struggle, to expect difficulty, to anticipate resistance. But the moment you shift your focus, the moment you decide that ease, abundance, and favor are your divine birthright, everything changes. The doors that seemed shut will swing open. The opportunities that seemed impossible will suddenly appear. The relationships that felt broken beyond repair will be restored. It is not your job to understand how. It is only your job to believe that it is already done. Imagine waking up one morning and knowing, beyond any doubt, that your life has shifted. The weight you once carried is gone. The uncertainty that once clouded your mind has lifted. You feel the deep, unshakable peace because you know that something extraordinary is on its way. This is the state of being you must cultivate now. You do not wait for the miracle to feel the joy. You feel the joy and the miracle follows. You do not wait for the evidence to believe. You believe and the evidence appears. This is the way of faith, the way of divine manifestation. Each morning before you rise, take a moment to dwell in gratitude, not just for what you see, but for what is unseen yet certain. Say, Father, I thank you for the blessings already on their way. I thank you that every desire of my heart is already fulfilled. I thank you that today I walk in divine favor. When you begin your day with this mindset, you step into alignment with the unseen forces working in your favor. Throughout your day, hold on to this truth. Do not let circumstances shake you. If a door closes, smile, for it is only making room for something better. If a challenge arises, stand firm, knowing that it is only a stepping stone to the greater surprise that awaits. Walk with the quiet confidence of one who knows that all things are being worked together for good. Even in moments of uncertainty, even when the road is unclear, keep your eyes fixed on the promise, not the problem. When night falls and you lay your head to rest, do not dwell on worries or fears. Instead, revisit the vision of your answered prayer. Imagine the joy, the fulfillment, the peace that comes with it. Whisper words of gratitude, for gratitude is the bridge between desire and fulfillment. Say, thank you, Father, that it is already done. Thank you for the unseen hands orchestrating my breakthrough. Thank you that I am divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely blessed. As you sleep, let these words settle into your spirit. Let them take root in the depths of your being. For what you dwell upon in the silence of the night becomes the reality of your waking life. You may not know when the surprise will unfold, but know this, it is inevitable. The seed has already been planted, the answer has already been given, the path has already been cleared. It is not your work to force, but to receive. It is not your burden to carry, but to trust. It is not your place to worry, but to rest in the certainty that what is meant for you cannot pass you by. There is a divine law at work in your life. As surely as the sun rises and the seasons change, so too will your life transform in divine order. You may not see it yet, but one day you will look back and realize that every step, every delay, every unanswered question was leading you to something greater than you imagined. You will stand in awe of what God has done, knowing that it was never about the struggle, but about the faith that carried you through. Now in this moment, prepare yourself for what is coming. Open your heart, align your thoughts, declare your readiness. Say, I am ready to receive the blessings prepared for me. I am ready to walk in divine favor. I am ready to experience the fullness of God's plan for my life. Let this be your prayer, your declaration, your truth. For as you believe, so shall it be. What is coming is greater than what has been. What is on the way is beyond what you have asked. Stand firm, walk in faith, and know that the surprise God has prepared for you is already unfolding in perfect divine timing. There is no force in the universe that can stop what God has already set in motion for your life. Every event, every moment, every encounter is aligning in ways beyond your understanding. What may seem like delays, disappointments, or closed doors are simply divine arrangements making room for something greater. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are being prepared for the very thing your heart desires. What you seek is also seeking you. What you long for is already making its way to you. But to receive it, you must first prepare yourself in mind and spirit. Your mind is the gateway through which all things flow. What you hold in consciousness, you hold in reality. If you fill your mind with doubts, you create resistance. If you entertain fear, you block the very thing you desire. But when you dwell in faith, when you declare, "It is already mine," you open the floodgates for divine surprises to manifest effortlessly. You must begin to see yourself as already blessed, already walking in favor, already possessing the thing for which you have prayed. This is not mere hope. It is spiritual law. Each thought you think sends out a vibration that calls forth experiences into your life. If you think of struggle, you attract struggle. If you think of lack, you invite scarcity. But the moment you shift your awareness, the moment you say, "I am abundant, I am favored, I am divinely guided," the entire universe moves to confirm your belief. This is the power God has given you, the ability to shape your reality through the thoughts you hold. When you pray, do not pray as one who is begging, but as one who knows. Do not ask from a place of desperation, but from a place of quiet confidence. Say, "Father, I thank you that it is already done. I thank you that my path is clear, that my blessings are on their way, that the surprise you have for me is unfolding perfectly." And then let go. Do not question, do not doubt, do not waver. Simply trust that it is happening, even if you cannot yet see it. God does not operate according to the logic of this world. He is not limited by time, by circumstances, by human understanding. What seems impossible to you is effortless to him. What you see as a problem is merely an illusion, a temporary condition that will pass the moment you stop giving it power. You must stop looking at life through the eyes of fear and start seeing it through the eyes of faith. Faith does not require proof. Faith is the proof. When you walk in faith, you no longer need to ask, "When will it happen?" You simply know that it is already done. Picture yourself standing in the midst of your answered prayer. Feel the joy, the peace, the gratitude that comes with knowing that everything you desire is already yours. Let this feeling take root in your soul. Let it become your dominant state of being, because when you feel it, when you live in that vibration, you become a magnet for everything good. God's promises are not distant dreams. They are present realities, waiting for you to claim them. But you must claim them, not with fear, not with doubt, but with absolute certainty. Do not be discouraged by what you see around you. The world may try to convince you that things are not working in your favor. Circumstances may appear unchanged. People may doubt you, question you, even tell you that what you seek is impossible. But do not let appearances deceive you. The unseen is far greater than the seen. The roots grow before the tree appears. The foundation is laid before the building rises. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean that nothing is happening. Trust in the process. Trust in the unseen. Trust that God's timing is perfect, and when the moment is right, everything will unfold in a way that will leave you in awe. Every delay is divine protection. Every obstacle is a hidden blessing. What you think is rejection is actually redirection. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and realize that every single moment, every single challenge, every single unanswered prayer was leading you to something far greater than you could have imagined. If God has closed a door, it is because he is about to open one that no man can shut. If he has made you wait, it is because he is preparing something beyond your wildest dreams. This is why you must prepare yourself in prayer. Not a prayer of asking, but a prayer of receiving. Close your eyes and declare, Father, I receive your blessings now. I receive the divine surprise you have prepared for me. I receive joy, abundance, healing, and peace. I open my heart fully, knowing that what is mine cannot be taken from me. I step forward with boldness, with confidence, with unwavering trust that all things are working together for my good. Let these words settle in your soul. Let them become your truth. Then begin to live as if the miracle has already happened. If you are waiting for an opportunity, act as though it has already arrived. If you are praying for healing, move through your day with the energy of one who is already whole. If you are believing for financial breakthroughs, carry yourself with the confidence of one who lacks nothing. This is not pretending. This is stepping into the vibration of your answered prayer. This is aligning yourself with the divine law that says, as you believe, so shall it be. Every great shift in life happens first in the mind. Before it manifests in the physical, it must be accepted in the spiritual. If you continue to see yourself as lacking, struggling, or waiting, that will be your experience. But the moment you declare, I am already blessed, I am already victorious, I am already living in the fullness of God's promises, everything changes. The doors begin to open, the opportunities begin to appear, the miracles begin to flow. God's surprise for you is already in motion. It is not coming, it is here. You must simply align yourself with it, move with expectation, speak with certainty, live with gratitude. Do not wait for the evidence, be the evidence. Be the living proof that faith is the key that unlocks every blessing. The moment you let go of doubt, the moment you release fear, the moment you decide to trust completely, you will witness the impossible become possible. There is no need to struggle, there is no need to strive. Everything that is meant for you is already set aside with your name on it. Nothing can take it from you, nothing can delay it beyond its perfect time. Your only task is to stay in the vibration of receiving. When you wake up in the morning, declare, I welcome my blessings today. When challenges arise, say, this is only making way for something greater. When the path seems unclear, remind yourself, God is leading me exactly where I need to be. The surprise that is coming will not be small. It will not be ordinary. It will be so great, so magnificent, so beyond anything you could have orchestrated that you will know without a doubt that it was the hand of God. You will see why you had to wait. You will understand why certain things had to be removed. You will realize that what you thought was a loss was actually a gain in disguise. Everything is coming together. Everything is aligning. Everything is working in divine perfection. Take this moment now and prepare your heart. Say to yourself, I am ready. I am open. I am willing to receive all that God has for me. Hold this truth. Walk in this truth. And soon, very soon, you will stand in the midst of a blessing so great that you will look back and say, it was all worth it. Every moment, every test, every delay, it was all leading to this. What is yours is already on its way. Be still, be ready, and watch as the divine surprise unfolds in perfect time. Every moment you align yourself with faith, every time you choose to believe rather than doubt, you are opening the doors for God's surprises to enter your life. The path has already been cleared before you. You must simply walk in expectation. Too often people wait for a sign, for visible proof, for something tangible before they trust. But true faith moves without sight. True faith understands that what is unseen is more real than what is seen. When you shift your perspective, you shift your reality. If you expect struggle, you will find struggle. If you expect disappointment, it will follow you. But when you wake up each morning and declare, today is the day of my divine surprise. Today doors will open for me. Today favor will follow me wherever I go. You set in motion forces that respond to your belief. This is how creation works. You do not wait for change. You become the change. God's plan for you is unfolding perfectly, but your awareness must be tuned to the right frequency to receive it. Imagine a radio. If you are not tuned into the right station, you will hear nothing but static. But when you adjust the dial, when you align yourself with the correct frequency, the message comes through clearly. The same is true with the divine surprises God has prepared for you. They are already present, already waiting, but you must tune your spirit to the frequency of expectation, of gratitude, of unwavering trust. Look around you right now. Every moment, every experience, every person who enters your life is part of the divine arrangement. Even the challenges, even the setbacks, even the moments of uncertainty. These are not random, they are stepping stones leading you to something far greater than you can comprehend. What you see as an obstacle is actually preparation. What you feel as delay is divine alignment. God is never late. God is never unsure. Everything is happening with absolute precision. The key is to remain in the posture of receiving. Do not close yourself off through fear or worry. The moment you begin to doubt, the moment you allow fear to enter, you block the very thing that is meant for you. Let go of the need to control. Surrender to the divine process. Say, God, I trust you completely. I trust that what is coming is greater than what I have left behind. I trust that every closed door is leading to an open one far beyond my imagination. Then walk in that trust. Live as though it is already done. Gratitude is the bridge between desire and manifestation. When you thank God for what you have, even before you see it, you activate the flow of blessings in your life. This is not wishful thinking. It is divine law. You must believe before you receive. You must feel it before you see it. When you pray, do not pray from a place of need, but from a place of thankfulness. Speak these words daily. Father, I thank you that my blessing is already here. I thank you that the answer is already given. I thank you that everything I need is already mine. Then release it. Do not question, do not beg, do not waver. Trust that it is unfolding in divine perfection. People often ask, how do I know that my blessing is near? The answer is simple. You feel it before you see it. There is a stirring in your spirit. There is an unshakable knowing that something is shifting, even if there is no visible evidence. That is your sign. That is your confirmation. The moment you sense that inner shift, hold on to it. Do not let the distractions of the world pull you away. Stand firm in your knowing. Many give up too soon. They pray, they believe, they hold the vision for a moment, but then they look around and see no change and they let doubt take over. But what they do not realize is that the blessing was already on its way, and their doubt pushed it further from reach. You must remain steadfast, even when it looks like nothing is happening, even when it seems like things are going in the opposite direction. Trust that God is working behind the scenes. Trust the moment you release the need to see proof is the moment everything falls into place. There is a divine surprise that has your name on it. It is bigger than you imagine. It is greater than what you have asked for. But you must prepare yourself to receive it. Let go of the mindset of struggle. Stop expecting things to be difficult. Stop believing that you must work endlessly to deserve your blessing. You are already worthy. You are already chosen. You are already positioned for something extraordinary. Walk in that truth. Think about the greatest blessings of your life. Did you always see them coming, or did they arrive unexpectedly in ways you could not have planned? That is how God works. The doors that are about to open will not come through your logic, your effort, or your calculations. They will come through divine intervention. When it happens, you will know that it could not have been by your own doing. You will stand in awe and say, only God could have made this happen. There are moments in life when you feel an internal shift. It is subtle but undeniable. It is as though something is moving in your spirit, as though something unseen is guiding you forward. That is God's way of preparing you. He whispers before He acts. He stirs your soul before He reveals the manifestation. Pay attention to these moments. They are your sign that the divine surprise is near. What is about to happen in your life will exceed your expectations. The only thing required of you is to stay in the vibration of faith. Walk through your days with the certainty that everything is already working in your favor. Do not be discouraged by temporary circumstances. Do not be distracted by appearances. Hold fast to the truth that God is always working, even when you do not see it. When you wake up tomorrow, say these words: I welcome my divine surprise. I am ready for the blessings that are making their way to me. I am walking in favor. I am living in divine alignment. Let these words be your daily affirmation. Let them take root in your consciousness. The more you declare them, the more you believe them, and the more they will become your reality. The universe is always responding to your thoughts, your emotions, your energy. If you walk in doubt, you attract more reasons to doubt. If you walk in expectation, you attract more reasons to expect great things. You are the creator of your experience, and God has given you the power to align with His perfect plan. Do not wait for evidence before you believe. Believe, and the evidence will follow. Do not wait for the blessing before you rejoice. Rejoice, and the blessing will come. This is the secret. This is the divine law. The moment you truly understand it, the moment you apply it without hesitation, you will begin to see miracles unfold before your very eyes. God's surprise is not small. It is not ordinary. It is beyond anything you have imagined. It is already on its way. Stand in faith. Walk in trust. Speak in certainty. What is yours cannot be taken, cannot be delayed, cannot be denied. It is done. It is happening. And soon you will stand in the midst of something so great that you will look back and realize that every moment of waiting, every moment of believing, every moment of holding on was leading to this. Be ready, be expectant, and watch as the divine surprise unfolds before you in perfect time. The world will tell you to be realistic. It will say that you must see it before you believe it. But those who walk in divine favor know that believing comes first. The unseen shapes the seen. What is felt in the heart manifests in the world. This is why you must guard your thoughts, for they are the seeds of your future. You must speak only words that align with your blessing, for every word carries power. When you speak of struggle, you create struggle. When you speak of favor, you open the door for favor. God's surprise is not limited by time or circumstance. It is not bound by the rules of the natural world. It is supernatural, beyond logic, beyond reasoning. Do not try to figure out how it will come. Do not waste your energy worrying about the details. Your only responsibility is to trust, to believe, to stand firm in the knowing that what is meant for you is already yours. The moment you stop questioning is the moment you allow God to move freely in your life. Too often, people sabotage their own blessings by doubting too soon. They pray for a miracle, but in the same breath, they question whether it will happen. They declare abundance, but moments later, they speak words of lack. Do not be double-minded. Let your faith be unwavering. Hold on to your vision as if it has already happened. When the world tells you it is impossible, when circumstances suggest otherwise, stand firm. Say, I know who I am, I know who my God is, I know that my blessing is already on the way. Some doors in your life have closed, not because you failed, but because God is preparing something greater. What you thought was a loss was actually a divine redirection. What seemed like rejection was actually protection. God is always a step ahead, arranging things in perfect order. You do not need to chase what is meant for you. You do not need to beg for what is already yours. Walk in the confidence that what God has set aside for you will find you at the right time. Faith is not about waiting until you see the outcome to believe. Faith is about knowing that even in the silence, even in the stillness, something is happening. Every moment, every delay, every challenge is preparing you for something greater. Trust that every no is making room for a bigger yes. Trust that every closed door is leading to a greater opening. Trust that when the time is right, what is meant for you will arrive with ease, with grace, with undeniable favor. The reason some people never step into their divine surprise is that they give up too soon. They allow frustration to steal their faith. They let circumstances dictate their belief. But those who understand how the divine works know that the darkest hour comes just before the breakthrough. When you feel like giving up, when everything in you wants to quit, that is the moment to hold on tighter. That is the moment to declare, I am closer than I have ever been. My miracle is near. My blessing is unfolding. My divine surprise is at hand. It is easy to believe when things are going well. It is easy to have faith when you can see progress. But true faith is believing even when nothing seems to be happening. True faith is standing firm when the evidence is not yet visible. True faith is saying, I may not see it yet, but I know it is done. And when you can reach that level of trust, that is when the doors begin to open. That is when the impossible becomes possible. That is when God's surprises unfold in ways beyond anything you could have imagined. Your words have the power to shape your reality. When you wake up, do not speak of lack, do not speak of fear. Instead, declare, today is a day of favor. Today, miracles are chasing me down. Today, I'm stepping into something greater. When you speak with authority, when you declare your blessing before it arrives, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. And when you are ready, what is meant for you will come with divine speed. Your past does not define your future. Your mistakes do not cancel your destiny. Whatever's happened before now does not limit what God can do next. If you have experienced struggle, if you have known disappointment, do not let those experiences shape your belief about what is possible. God is not limited by your past. He is not restricted by your history. He makes all things new. He turns mourning into joy, sorrow into celebration, lack into abundance. What is ahead of you is far greater than what is behind you. There is a reason you are hearing these words today. It is not by accident. It is not coincidence. Your spirit was led here because something within you knows that change is coming. Something deep within you knows that your season of waiting is coming to an end. That inner stirring, that sense of expectancy, that unshakable knowing, it is not just a feeling, it is confirmation. It is God's way of preparing you for what is next. Do not ignore it, do not dismiss it, embrace it. Look around at your life. Even now, signs are appearing. The right people are being placed in your path. The right doors are quietly being opened. Even the challenges you are facing are part of the divine design. What seems like a problem is actually positioning you for something greater. What looks like a setback is actually a setup for your blessing. If you could see what is coming, you would not waste a single moment in doubt. If you could glimpse the future that has been prepared for you, you would not spend another second in fear. You would stand up, lift your head, and walk in absolute confidence. Because what is coming is beyond what you have prayed for. It is beyond what you have imagined. It is beyond what you thought was possible. Right now, as you hear these words, something is shifting in the unseen. A prayer you prayed long ago is being answered. A door you thought was closed is being reopened. An opportunity that seemed impossible is being arranged. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to strive for it. You only need to believe, to prepare your heart, to step forward in faith. The divine surprise that is on its way to you will be undeniable. It will be so perfect, so precise, so beyond anything you could have planned that you will know without a doubt that it was orchestrated by God. And when it happens, you will look back at every moment of waiting, every challenge, every delay, and you will understand why it all had to happen exactly as it did. Until then, hold fast to your faith. Walk as if it is already done. Speak as if you have already received. Live in expectation, in gratitude, in unwavering trust, because what is coming is greater than you can imagine. It is already written, it is already set in motion, and soon, in divine perfection, it will unfold before your very eyes. The moment you accept that your life is already unfolding according to divine design, you will no longer waste energy trying to force things to happen. You will no longer live in a state of anxiety, wondering if your breakthrough is on its way. You will rest in the knowing that what is meant for you is already in motion. The divine surprise that is coming to you does not depend on your effort, but on your faith. It does not arrive through struggle, but through surrender. It does not come when you are desperate, but when you are certain. Certainty is the key. The world may call it faith, but it is more than faith. It is knowing. It is the deep, unshakable understanding that what you desire, what you have been preparing for, is already yours. It is already set aside with your name on it. Nothing and no one can take it from you. Not time, not circumstance, not even your own doubts. Because the moment you align yourself with the truth of who you are, the moment you recognize that you are already worthy, the doors begin to open. You must prepare yourself not just for the blessing, but for the transformation that comes with it. Because when God delivers what He has promised, you will not remain the same. When He elevates you, you must be ready to stand in that new position. When He brings the right people into your life, you must be prepared to walk in alignment with them. When the opportunities present themselves, you must have the courage to step forward. This is why you cannot just wait idly. You must prepare as if the blessing has already arrived. If you are praying for a new level in life, then you must already start living as if you have stepped into it. If you are praying for abundance, then you must already develop the mindset of abundance. If you are praying for love, then you must already embody the love that you seek. Because nothing comes to those who wait in uncertainty. Everything comes to those who move in faith. And faith is not just believing, it is acting as if it is already done. There are those who say they are waiting on God, but in reality, God is waiting on them. He is waiting for them to shift their mindset. He is waiting for them to release their doubts. He is waiting for them to take the first step in trust. Because the moment you take that step, the universe responds. The moment you align yourself with the blessing reveals itself to you. The moment you prepare yourself for the promise manifests in your reality. There is no reason to fear what is ahead, even if you do not know all the details, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Trust that it is coming together in the most perfect way. The delay you thought was a denial was actually divine preparation. The waiting season you resented was actually a time of refining, because when the blessing arrives, it will not just be an answer to your prayer, it will be more than you expected. It will exceed your vision, it will stretch beyond your imagination. You have not been forgotten, you have not been overlooked. The divine plan for your life is still in motion, and when the surprise is revealed, you will understand why you had to walk through everything that led to this moment. Every challenge prepared you. Every closed door protected you. Every delay positioned you. Nothing was wasted. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are already in the process of receiving it. You are not hoping for a breakthrough. You are already walking toward it. You are not lost. You are being guided. And the moment you fully embrace this truth, you will begin to see the signs. You will begin to notice how things are aligning. You will begin to witness how, little by little, your vision is becoming reality. What is about to happen in your life will leave you speechless. It will be so precise, so perfectly orchestrated, that you will know without a doubt that it was God's hand at work. It will come when you least expect it. It will come in a way you could not have planned. And when it does, you will realize that every moment of waiting was worth it. So prepare yourself, not in fear, not in doubt, but in expectation. Walk in confidence. Speak with certainty. Live as if it is already done. Because the divine surprise that is on its way to you is closer than you think. It is already written. It is already prepared. And soon it will be revealed in a way that will leave you in absolute awe. You do not need to beg for what is already yours. You do not need to chase what is already making its way toward you. You do not need to plead with God as if He is withholding something from you. He is not holding it back. He is preparing you to receive it. The moment you step into alignment with this truth, everything will shift. The way you think will shift. The way you pray will shift. The way you walk through life will shift. You will no longer ask, when will it come? Instead, you will declare, it is already done. The unseen forces of heaven are moving on your behalf even now. They are setting things in order, arranging divine connections, preparing the way. But understand this, what is coming is not something small, something ordinary. It is not just another step forward. It is a leap. It is a divine acceleration. It is a breakthrough that will rewrite your entire story. And when it happens, you will look back at all the times you doubted, all the times you worried, and you will smile, because you will finally understand why the process took the time it did. God's surprise for your life is not just about blessing you, it is about transforming you. If He were to give it to you before you were ready, you would not know how to handle it. If He had answered certain prayers too soon, they would have crushed you instead of elevating you. But now, because you have endured, because you have grown, because you have been faithful even in the silent seasons, you are ready. Ready not just to receive, but to steward. Ready not just to be blessed, but to be a blessing. Ready not just to step into a new season, but to own it fully. The old version of you would not have been able to walk in this level of favor. The old version of you would have questioned it, second-guessed it, sabotaged it. But not this version of you. The you that stands here today is stronger, wiser, more aligned. The you that has been shaped by struggle and refined by faith is prepared to handle the weight of this blessing. That is why God did not let you skip the process. That is why He did not allow you to settle for less. That is why He stretched you, tested you, positioned you. Because what He is about to release into your life is not temporary, it is eternal. It is not just for a moment, it is for a lifetime. There will be moments when doubt tries to creep in, when fear whispers that maybe it is not for you, when impatience tells you to settle. Do not listen. Instead, stand firm in the knowing that what God has for you cannot be taken, delayed, or diminished. It is already set in motion. The only thing required of you is to be prepared, to be expectant, to be in position when the moment arrives. Because when it does, you must be ready to step into it fully. There will be no time for hesitation, no room for questioning. You must be bold enough to claim what is yours. That is why you must begin now. Start speaking as if it has already happened. Start preparing as if the door's already open. Start giving thanks as if the manifestation is already in your hands. Because the language of faith does not say, I hope it will happen. The language of faith declares, it is already mine. And when you speak in alignment with divine truth, heaven responds. You do not need to see the full picture to trust the outcome. You do not need every detail to believe in the promise. If you knew everything, there would be no need for faith. But God operates beyond what you can see, beyond what you can understand. That is why He calls you to trust, to walk forward even when you do not know where the path leads. Because when the moment arrives, you will realize that every step was divinely orchestrated. That even when you thought you were lost, you were actually being guided. What is on its way to you is not just a blessing, it is a revelation of who you truly are, a revelation of the power you hold, a revelation of how limitless your life can be when you align with divine truth. This is not about luck. This is not about coincidence. This is about destiny unfolding in its perfect time. Let go of the need to control the outcome. Let go of the timeline you thought was best. Let go of the doubts that try to convince you it is too late. It is not too late. You have not missed your moment. You are exactly where you need to be. And when the appointed time arrives, you will not need to force anything. You will simply step into what has already been prepared for you. The doors will open effortlessly. The opportunities will come unexpectedly. The blessings will flow abundantly. And you will stand in awe, knowing that it was never about your effort, it was always about your alignment. There is no need to rush, there is no need to stress. There is only the need to believe, to trust, to prepare. Because the divine surprise that is about to enter your life is already on its way. And when it arrives, everything will change, everything will shift, everything will align in ways you never imagined. And you will know, without a doubt, that God's plan for your life was always bigger, always greater, always more beautiful than anything you could have envisioned on your own. So stand firm, walk boldly, prepare in faith, because what is coming is beyond anything you have ever experienced. And when it arrives, you will realize that it was never delayed, it was always right on time. Everything you have been waiting for, everything you have been praying for is already set in motion. God has not forgotten you. He has not overlooked your desires. He has been preparing you for something far greater than you imagined. The struggles, the waiting, the moments of doubt were never signs of abandonment. They were signs of preparation. And so as our prayer begins, now is the time to walk in faith, to hold on to the vision with unwavering belief. Do not let fear convince you to settle. Do not let impatience rob you of what is meant for you. Trust in the divine timing of your life. Trust that when the moment arrives, you will be ready. The surprise that God has for you is not small. It is life-changing, it is transformative, it is the breakthrough you have been waiting for. And when it comes, it will feel as if heaven itself has opened its doors just for you. So, stand in expectation, stay in alignment, keep your heart open, your spirit prepared, and your faith unshakable. Because what is coming will not only bless you, it will elevate you beyond anything you ever thought possible.